people who don't know, can you give me an example of something that you would use for an experiment? I'll just throw one out there.
Okay.
And a YouTube video,
Sure.
perhaps. What types of things do your biometrics like interact with that video when someone watches it?
So actually, video is a really good medium to give somebody and put them under experimental condition because it's very engaging type of a context. So unlike reading a text or doing something that is really hard to read somebody's facial expression, videos evoke emotions. So what you can do, and I'm doing that as part of the research, and we can talk about that a little bit later, is we can see how somebody reacts to a video, and can their reaction, physiological reaction, like facial expression, even the brain activity, or galvanic skin response, or where they're looking while they're looking at the video. Are they looking at males, females, faces, no faces, children, pets? A lot of other things that instead of asking the questions, the survey questions to a subject, we actually can record it and see how they interact with the video. And then you can do some really neat stuff. So you can start predicting based on their physiological response. How likely are they to like that video? How likely are they to share that video or engage in different ways that you want to test? So we did something with why videos go viral with another professor, and I can talk about that in the research things that we do. But some simple things like I would give somebody a 45-second video of USA scoring a goal in an extra time in World Cup. And you give somebody that video to watch it without sound, with English commentating style and Spanish commentating style. It's amazing to see how much physiological response inducement happens and how much difference there is, even though it's the same video, right? So you get some really neat insights.
I remember that because I was there when you did that test, and you hooked me up, and I was like, okay, I wonder how I'm going to react. And I think, if I remember correctly, the readings show that I was more excited when it was the Spanish commentary for it, which I think you said was the more common one that people got excited over, if I was right.
Yeah, so what was interesting is that it was a small study. It was part of my certification, so it's hard to get really significant findings. But even with 6 subjects, what we found that people respond to this engaging style. It happens to be in Spanish language, but it was more in the style that was engaging. And even though none of the subjects spoke Spanish, the readings definitely showed that you can transfer the excitement from somebody who's telling the story to somebody who's listening to the story, right? In the context of the match. And interestingly, I know you were one of the participants, and there was a professor who said, I don't like soccer, I don't get excited, and all this, you'll get nothing, right? And sure thing, when I showed him results, he was stunned to see that he also reacted to the Spanish version. Right. So it just kind of gives credibility to some of that study.
Well, thank you so much for giving your time today and coming into the studio to talk about your research findings as of right now and where it's going in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.